We have an absolute essential week, pretty much the first essential week of the entire year ahead of us. And these are 10 things I am watching. Hey and welcome to today's video. My name is Julian. It's the very first car video that I'm doing of the year. Did you miss me? I hope so. I'm back in Singapore, first week back, and after 5 weeks in Europe. And yeah, it's been getting used to weekend, and now I had massive headache yesterday. I'm not used to the weather. It's raining, as you can see. Europe, we had a massive cold, and now I'm back to 90% humidity, 30 degrees, actually 25. Rarely been so cold here with the rain. And first day going to the office again. So yeah, meeting my co-founder Julian. And on that drive, I want to give you the 10 things. Number one, crypto has been pumping like crazy. I think you've noticed it. Bitcoin is getting close to 24,000. Ethereum over 1,600. DeFi moving up, I think over 70 cents now. USD back to $1. Wow, absolutely exciting what's happening in the markets. I don't know what your favorite coin is. I know a lot of people Matic staking on Cake, so quite exciting. However, I think it's going to be a crucial week with a couple of things going on, so I would be very, very cautious on getting too much FOMO. I think a key thing right now is to have a balanced portfolio. If you're underweight crypto, well, I think it's a good time to dollar cost in. If you're overweight, well, it may be a good time to take some profits. And if you are perfect weight, then, well, good time to hodl, as always. So that's absolutely key. We're gonna always hear news in the crypto space. I think around three things right now. We're always gonna hear news around Genesis, digital currency group. We covered that a lot of times, just kind of remind everyone this. Binance BUSD, a lot of people are kind of speculating that the rumor is coming from there. And Silvergate, let's see, other stable coins, what's this mean? I think these are the three main things to watch in the crypto space that are known risk factors at the moment that would have a significant impact. I'm not talking about those that are like unlikely or like that have no impact at the moment. So you're always going to see some news on that. So absolutely key. Number three, and that's the big one to watch. We have actually three central banks announcing probably interest rate hikes. The big one is going to happen on Wednesday. That's the Fed. And very likely it's going to announce 25 basis points increase to 4.75%. The key thing is not that part. The key thing is the signaling the Fed's going to do. So the in between the lines is going to be way more important. And if you're asking me, the market is a bit too bullish right now. We have seen the dollar index actually dropping. It's in a death cross. We have the S&P in a bull cross, in a golden cross. And in my opinion, it's just too much hopium in the market right now. And I think markets are going to get cooled, and we're probably going to see a red week. That's just my expectation on that. I would be surprised if we see that uptrend. I don't think it's going to be strong enough right now to kind of really trigger a sell-off. I think there's enough hopium for that at the moment, but it's just something to kind of keep an eye on. European Central Bank is raising by 0.5% to 3%, and the Bank of England is both expected to raise by 0.5% to 4%. So interest rates expected to go up in pretty much all the major economic areas. Asia, we've seen the same. So yeah, that's a key thing. Number four, we are seeing major earnings this week. We've already had earnings from Tesla and Microsoft last week. I talked about that in my update. Tesla, relatively strong. Microsoft, on the one hand, strong. On the other hand, very, very cautious. And we see the 3A companies this week plus Meta. So what does that mean? On Wednesday, we see Meta. On Thursday, we have Apple, Alphabet, Amazon. That's going to be absolutely crucial. Not only the earnings, the guidance. Are we expecting more layoffs? I think that's really, really key. what can we expect for general economic expectations? I think those companies really major on that. So that's going to be really interesting to kind of hear and see this week. So yeah, crucial, absolutely crucial. What else do we have? Well, Chinese New Year is pretty much over. Yeah, in general, people celebrate 2 weeks, but yeah, so this week is kind of still a little bit of Chinese New Year, but most of the time it's just last week. And so the data from China is coming out, and that looks promising. So, I mean, difficult to know how much can you trust their COVID data, but economic recovery is definitely there. You see uprise in travel. I noticed that in Singapore as well. A lot of friends and team members actually, used the opening of the border. So, yeah, that's, I think, constructive. I think that's quite interesting. Number 6, Ukraine. We do see tensions flaring up there. This is expected in Q1. I do expect this to really kind of go down the rest of the year. So there's going to be this bit of an uprise. So kind of, kind of be prepared for that. I think it's just how it is at the moment. Number 7, debt ceiling. We're going to hear news around that in the US. Is the US not able to pay their bills? I think this is going to be more talk than actual walk. There's going to be more negotiating tactics. The media is going to use this as headlines. I wouldn't worry too much. Oh, yeah. That was not red. That was orange. That's tricky here. I feel sometimes the traffic lights in Singapore are quite aggressive, but that was not red, that was orange. So, debt ceiling. Don't fall too much for the news headlines there. I think there's going to be a lot of headlines. Not something I'm too concerned about, but it's going to be in the news, so that's why I'm mentioning it here. 3 other things. First, on Cake's side, we are having a meetup on Thursday here in Singapore, physical meetup. We're going to try to record it, publish it later on. So we're going to talk about 2023 outlook, technical innovations. Yusin is going to talk about those. I'll talk about general direction, price, value, where do I see investment opportunities. So if you're in Singapore on Thursday, drop by. If you're not in Singapore, we'll make sure we'll record that and post that later on. Number 9, DeFiChain. I posted something on Twitter about talking about how fees are going to be really relevant going forward, and I believe a lot of the blockchains are going to be valued based on fees. Why? Very simple. If you see value in something, you're willing to pay for it. So price to value, and so if you're not willing to pay for something, you don't see any value in it. And fees are going to be a absolute key concept in that. And so if you look at, for example, DeFiChain's fees, at the moment, it's about $36,000 a day that are being generated. If you look at comparable blockchains there, you have Solana, Matic, for example. They are in the 9 to 10 billion market cap range. So based on that, DeFi has about 25 to 30x to go from here, just in that kind of comparison. And so that's going to be an interesting kind of upside. I talk about that in the thread. And in order to improve that, there was another fee-burning proposal or a reintroduction to incentivize that even stronger with the USD. It was an on-chain governance proposal. For those of you that are invested in DeFiChain, it looks like that, first of all, has enough votes. It needs 10% of all the masternodes, so that's like 1,400. So very likely it has enough votes. And at the moment, I think 90% voted yes. So I think very constructive. I think very positive. So that looks good. And last but not least, it's my birthday on Friday. So I'm getting old every year. My goodness. I'll take a light day, spend the time with the family, maybe take half a day off or something, play around the golf, and just kind of, I don't know, ask myself what's happening every year. I stepped on the scale today. I'm at 24% body fat. Also not where I want it to be. It should be between 12 and 14%. So definitely focus on creating good habits and getting my body fat percentage down. So with that, 10 things, 10 minutes. I hope this is of value to you. If it is, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you're being updated. And yeah, if you are not getting cash from your crypto yet, check this out. Go to cakedefi.com. And other than that, see you soon. All the best. Yours truly, Julian. Bye-bye.